Hi, we are going to do a quick meal prep. I'm sure everybody has heard of meal prepping at this point, this very trendy modern term we have for saving our leftovers. It's a great idea. People have been, primarily women, have been doing it for decades. I remember aspiring when my children were much younger to really want to try to devote one full day to cooking and baking and then freezing those meals for, say, 2 weeks to a month's worth of time. It certainly is worth the day's worth of effort in order to do that. I never did become that awesome, but it was a very fun thing to try to work towards. Many years have passed. I have an elder, my father, who at certain points during the last few years I have cared for. And so he recently moved into a different housing status that is quite culturally shocking for him, to put it bluntly. And so my sister and I were able to find him this weekend and make his new housing homey, which was a huge blessing. But we had a takeaway. He repeated a couple times how much he does not care for mom's meals, a meal service he likely receives, which is a wonderful service, but eating is more wonderful. So it dawned upon me to meal prep for my father. This is very easy for me to do because what I am going to do is incorporate this into our daily lives. I've washed my hands. I have cleaned my counters because this is meal prep. I've labeled just a simple freezer baggie wild rice hot dish that I made the 22nd, the day after visiting my father with my sister. And it just dawned upon me how simple and manageable it would be for me to simply freeze some homemade leftovers that I have fed my own family that I know he would eat. For my father, being an elder, his teeth are shot. He has not yet been able to receive or organize the acquisition of false teeth. So his food does need to be soft. In some parts of his mouth, he just has nubs to work with. And that is what it is, but that is something to work with if you know what you need to work with. You can see how easy this is. I made this wild rice hot dish. We ate on it for a day or two. I've actually warned my kids that this will become a part of our lifestyle because my sister and I will only probably be able to manage visiting our father in person about once a month. So outside of phone calls, I will be able to deliver these, as many as I have been able to store up in my freezer. I'm fortunate to have a smaller, extra deep freezer. Squeeze all this air out, obviously to save space and prevent bacterial growth. Zip it up really good. You know, you can flatten this out so it's just flat, or you can roll it up however you choose to store it. But this is going to go in the freezer until it's time to go visit my father. And then I will take out some of his mom's meals stacked up in his fridge and freezer and replace it with these. Something that I know that he'll eat. Something I know he's getting proper protein levels from, good whole foods. A lot of supplemental nutrition is now supplemented with deproteinized whey powders or proteinized whey powders. But my father, those are really heavy. He's rather sensitive to their taste, so he does not do well with those. But thank you for paying attention. I hope this is an idea that maybe you can benefit in your lives with your kids or your elders. It's super easy, very manageable. Thank you.